Oh, good Lord.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming, joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, a spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming, joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day, with tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen. The Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming, joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.
Oh, hello. Are we here?
Hello, hello, is there
Hello.
anybody out
Hello.
there? Yeah, we're live.
Do I look like Matthew?
No, you look like his older brother. Yeah,
Not sure
of
what they
course.
stuck on
Tonight,
it. Of course, they're going.
yeah,
No.
it's going to be a fun show tonight. It's going to be a fun show. Of course,
Lord.
stepping into the hot seat tonight is Dave, of course, from DH Cigars. Matthew, of course, does send his apologise. He's very busy with family. And if Grump disappears, Grump,
Yeah.
tell everybody about that lovely bloody weather you're having tonight. That bloody lovely weather.
Yeah, if I go anywhere, I've been abducted. I mean, it's like continual lightning, slaps of thunder. The wind has calmed down. The rain's not sidelining through the pondering porch like it was earlier. We've got some resemblance of order. We have no power though. The power's out. So, we're sitting here in the dark. I don't know. Screen light's all I got, but we're here.
Yeah.
So,
but geez,
yeah, we're here.
It's crazy, and it's crazy.
It is. It's wild. So you might.
Yeah, last night.
You might not.
We had the rain.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, we had the rain last night, of course, and it cut me internet down as I was talking to you guys in Discord, of course, and then we've got the rain tonight that's really hitting. But we've got 88% humidity at the moment over here, so it's really muggy and warm with this rain. But yeah, of course, Cigar Loons podcast, and it's Tuesday. We're live. Who knows what the devil we're going to be talking about, because it's unscripted. It's straight from the hip.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well,
But Dave, it was 2 weeks.
Yes.
It was 2 weeks ago that you were in the hot seat with Grumpy, myself, and Matthew. So, what the hell have you been doing in the last 2 weeks since we last spoke to you, my brother, on the podcast? Tell everyone what you've been up to for the last 2 weeks.
This
a lot of paperwork. Yeah, apparently. a whole lot of paperwork.
Go
ahead, Grumpy.
No. You go right ahead.
It's been a whole lot of paperwork with signing with Drew Estates and getting all that stuff loaded up into the for sale arena. But it's definitely been a lot of excitement going on around here. I've talked with the realtors today about a couple of locations to open up the Franklin Humidor next summer.
Good.
So things are getting on track.
That's good too.
For that to be ready.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's been a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, and of course, to anyone who's watching, if you don't know who Dave is and what D&H cigars are, then go over, of course, to Instagram, go over to TikTok, and of course, you can find Dave and follow him. And of course, if you watched 2 weeks ago, it is
and Facebook.
D&H Cigars on Instagram. It's the D&H Humidor on TikTok. And of course, you can find Dave at D&H Cigars on Facebook. You can. So, them are the social medias that you can find. But, do I start on this subject with what's going on here in England?
It sucks, brother. It absolutely sucks.
Or do I go into something else? Because
let's start with that.
So for anyone
that pisses me off.
Yeah, for anyone who knows, we went into the whole thing of generational tobacco bans, and that's coming into effect the 1st of January 2027. So of course that stops anyone born after 2009, as they will never be allowed to buy tobacco. So that includes cigars, vapes, cigarettes, different laws on the vapes, different laws on cigarettes, but still cigars are being chucked in that rabbit hole, which kind of pisses me off. And of course, we had our say, it still got voted, it still got passed. Well, at the moment, they are on about doing the same as what they've done in Canada. And this is just an example. In England, we are going to go to plain packaging if we don't have our say. And the plain packaging, of course, is going to be that green bog standard box with the name of the company. So, of course, either DH Cigars or Cohiba or Foundation, whatever. And it will say the name, what the cigar is. So it will say either Digestive, Viva La Vida, whatever. That's what it's going to have. And then that big, great, dirty, horrible sticker on the back. Please stop smoking now. And you've got someone's teeth hanging out, a moldy old toe, and everything. To me, it's not great. It isn't. And of course, that's just one visual. But of course, I have got another visual that I just want to show. And even on the other visual, if you buy, of course, in the tubos, and you've got the tubo, of course, and you're buying that cigar, it's pretty much similar. And it's such a shame to see this, what's going to happen. And of course, we know Frank's going through this at the moment over in Canada. But this is another thing. That's what they're on about doing to the tubes. Just look at that band on a cigar. Just that bog standard band. Nothing like the band that we're used to with cigars of the lovely prints, the history, the box art. For instance, if we sat and we go over foundation and we said, yeah, you know what? I can't wait, get a box of foundation. Foundation's box. Okay, you've got that big, horrible, dirty sticker on the box. But when you look at the bands that come on the cigars, it's part of the history. It is. And this is the thing. It's the history and the boxes that sell the cigars to people's eyes. Why should we be infringed to have this bog standard thing? Now, it's already happened in the UK on cigarettes and rolling tobacco that it's in. And, of course, I to Theo. So Theo's here. She's put, hello, fellas. And, of course, as DA said,
Howdy.
Big brother always trying to control everyone. What happened to free will to make our own choices? Now, as I was going into it and, of course, talking, I've got a little bit more on it. So the United Kingdom has for years adopted a stated aim of creating a smoke-free UK. And in April, of course, we passed it. So as we get into now, of course, the bans. Now the UK is looking to add this strict, standardised packaging regulations to all tobacco products, including cigars, that match how cigarettes and unrolling tobacco are already sold. If this becomes law, it means that all cigars would be presented in the exact same boxes and bands as was shown, devoid of any branding of any kind. Gone will be the elaborate band artwork found in traditional cigar shops, replaced by only the cigar name and a standard issue text along with multiple health warnings, graphic anti-smoking imagery, and inserts urging customers to quit. The proposals are part of a much larger governmental plan aimed at imposing fierce tobacco-controlled measures in England, including placing further restrictions on the flavour and marketing of certain products, device specifications for vapes, and how tobacco products are displayed in retail stores, although premium cigars are exempt from these additional regulations. But why are we being included in this? To me, it's completely not a fucking lunacy. So, the fear that's around, and I get the fear. The fear is that should this plain packaging regulation become law, retailers will respond by cutting the number of cigars on their shelves. Importers and retailers will likely be forced to rebox cigars on arrival, and because of the cost to do so, they would have to drastically reduce the number of cigar lines they sell to customers. That would mean that many cigar smokers in England will opt to get their smokes from neighbouring countries that aren't forced to sell cigars in plain packaging, in countries that will have a greater selection. The snowball effect for the retail side of England, especially in London, which I don't give a flying fuck about London, to be honest, because the price is through the roof, where some of the biggest cigar shops in the world reside, could be quite devastating. Yeah, it is going to be devastating. It's going to be devastating all round England if this is the case. Sales are expected to suffer. No shit, Sherlock. not only due to the fewer choices, but due to reduced consumer demand for cigars that are not outfitted with their general band and boxes. So a spokeswoman, or spokesman, however you want to put it, said for J. Fox's, the reduction in lines is estimated to be anything from 50 to 90%. That represents a huge hit consumer choice, a huge hit to specialised tobacconists in the UK. So this includes GQ, and that's, of course, where I go. So the plain packaging effort is not a law, at least not yet. In the United Kingdom, of course, England, that I live in, has got to appeal it at the Department of Health and Social Care. It's currently accepting commentary about the proposal from the public. People can weigh in the form of a long, and it is a fucking long survey, online survey, composed of multiple choice and optional open answer questions. The survey is perhaps the only way members of the cigar world and industry stakeholders and consumers alike can voice their options and demonstrate the damage such regulations will cause to the industry. The survey is only open until 11:59 p.m. England time on October 2nd, 2026. So once it shuts down on October 2nd, 2026, that will be it. You can go to www.savecigars.co.uk, fill in the online survey, and let's fight this. Because we are going to see a drastic change. We're going to see a lot of Cubans go, which I know people don't, but we are probably going to see the likes of Foundation cigars disappear, CAO. We're going to see a lot of boutique go, and we're going to see a lot of Arturo Fuente, Padron, Placencia, and so forth disappear from this market. We're going to see a major crippling effect. So have your say and go to savecigars.co.uk. Have your say. This can be done from all around the world, where you can fill the online survey in and have your say to fight this, because as we've already seen, the likes of New Zealand had a generational tobacco ban. England have now passed it. Canada are looking at passing it. Certain states in the United States are looking at passing it. Germany are on about passing it. France are on about passing it. Once a generational tobacco ban happens, their next process will be to get rid of bans, i.e., Canada have already done it. England are now looking at it, and certain other countries are looking at it. This is basically a global scale, worldwide takeover from all the countries around the world. The whole world will be smoke free by 2030. And it's taking our human rights away from us to enjoy a cigar. So yet again, like I say, go to savecigars.co.uk, have your vote, let's fight it, and let's tell the UK government, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Now I've got that spiel over and done with. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it, bros? Absolute crazy what's going on.
I know,
geez,
being in
where do
the
we go?
States, I mean, we don't have a dog in the UK fight, but if it passes over there, what's to say it's not coming over here? I mean, we're already starting to get bans in states for flavored tobacco.
Yep.
There's states I can't ship to if they want, say, a tayback or a something like that. I can't ship to those states because they do not allow flavored tobaccos. States do not allow cigarillos. So I mean, it's everywhere.
It's crazy wherever you look. Of course, just want to say hello to Club. Of course, Club says, "What's good, guys?" And then, of course, Phil did say over on Instagram, "We're coming, guys. TRA, Tobacco Republican Army." And of course, we've got Wyndham Reserve that joined us over there and everything. So welcome, of course. And thanks to everyone who's watching here on YouTube and also on rumble.com as well as Instagram. It's a hard one. We've seen a lot change. And this is the thing, a lot is changing worldwide. And if we don't fight it as a whole, as brothers, as sisters, or shall let's say, as family of the leaf that we are, this is going to happen worldwide. You think the devastation of them cigars being taken from the English market is going to be impact on the companies in Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican Republic? Yes, okay. The biggest selling markets are US, England, and then the rest of Europe. Then, of course, China, then Dubai, and places like that. But if you look demographically, it's United States and England that have always been the big ones for cigars. That's going to be a fair impact. It's also then going to mean, well, we don't need so many staff. So the factories are going to lay off. Well, we don't need so many bunches. We don't need so many putting the bands on. We don't need so many making the boxes. We don't need so many here. So that's a cut. The importers and distributors, then, they are losing money. Well, they don't need that many importers and distributors. So there you go. Then you're going to see cigar shops buckle. Because if they haven't got the cigars, the number of cigar smokers compared to pipe smokers and everything, you're going to see it hit. Because you got this law on this law on that law on this. It's going to be a major impact. And this is why
it's going to be an economic impact worldwide.
Yeah, it is. It's going to buckle. It's going to buckle a lot of people. And I am scared, but the animals are going crazy. The joys, cats and dogs and all creatures great and small. But anyway, guys, what are you pair smoking tonight as I get the next thing up and running that we're going to be talking about? So what are you both smoking tonight?
Carrillo.
I don't know where my band went.
I'm Carrillo Sumatran tonight. Life's of the good one.
Cool.
I have I've already taken the band off, but Monte Cristo 1935 anniversary.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
Is it the
But
Cuban?
if anyone doesn't know, of course, you're gonna want to come and check us out on Saturday. We got something very interesting happening on Saturday. So make sure to come and check us out Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. May let you into a little bit more on what's happening later in the show. But of course, DEA says Crown Heads Broadway. So cool. So that's what DEA's.
Alrighty then.
But up next, and
Yeah.
we've had him on the podcast. Artisan del Tobacco. So if anyone doesn't know who Artisan del Tobacco is, they have the lines of Viva la Vida, the Al Popo, that are all made, of course, at AJ Fernandez's cigar factory. So Artisan del Tobacco has announced a price increase for selected parts of its portfolio, especially the La Vida Classic, the company's debut line, and the Al Popo Calibre have gone up by $5 per box on the wholesale price. The rest of the Al Popo line, the Viva La Vida 5th anniversary and the Viva La Vida Connecticut, will remain at the current prices. This is the second year in a row that Viva La Vida Classic lines have increased, while the others have not. Additionally, the company says the price increase only affects the American market. The decision comes after months of absorbing increased costs associated with recently imposed tariffs, said Artisan del Tobacco. While these additional costs have affected our business, we have worked diligently to minimize the impact on our retail partners, distributors, and consumers. Now, if we look at price increases on companies at the moment, we have got ADV, which is Adventure. They've gone up in price. Artisan del Tobacco has gone up in price. ATL Cigar Company has gone up in price. CLE gone up in price. Constella Group gone up. The Los Reinas gone up. Drew Estate gone up. Foundation gone up. Gurkha gone up. Habano SA gone up. Hiram & Solomon gone up. La Aurora gone up. Miami Cigar & Co. gone up. My Father, Oliva gone up. Essentia gone up. Sans Peral gone up. Scandinavian Tobacco Company gone up. Tatuaje gone up in price. But then let's look at the ones that haven't gone up in price, for instance. Black Label Trading Company. Casa 1910. You've got, of course, Freud cigars that haven't gone up. HVC. Joy de Nicaragua. Perdomo. Platinum Nova. Sinistro. Tradecraft. And Villager Cigars North America. They haven't increased their prices. So, what do you reckon on increased prices at the moment, guys? And this is hitting your wallets in the United States.
Well, a lot of people are just looking for a reason to raise their prices, and any excuse will do. And others prepare along the way, so that when these reasons and excuses come along, they don't have to use them. That list seemed to be a whole lot shorter that you were reading off there. The ones that didn't feel a need to raise their prices compared to the ones who decided to jump on the bandwagon. And the market is full of excuses and reasons that any of them can use to say, oh, well, we've got to increase the 3% on our price because we've experienced this increase in production, overall production. Now we got to raise our price by 3% to recoup. I mean, you can use anything for an excuse for that. Or you can be like that shorter list, play it smart, bank your profits when you're making them, saving them for the rainy day, using your money wisely. And you can go through stuff like this without having to hit your customers in the pocket, not hurt yourself either. So it doesn't matter of how you want to look at it, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, if you notice the changes, okay, are your legacies. Your legacies are increasing.
mhm,
Your boutiques are keeping them the same. And the big thing is the legacies don't want to lose their current price point. All right. It's not hitting them really that hard, but they don't want to lose that price point.
right.
Whereas the boutiques, okay, they realize it's not that much of a hit. And it's killing your price point by 2 to 3 cents a stick. But the
Right.
legacies don't want to lose that additional price point.
Yeah. And like you
They,
said,
they
Mm.
it may affect it 2 to 3 cents a stick, but they raised the price $3 to $5 a stick. So
yeah. So I mean,
It's
it's
what do
crazy
you
that
do
the
with that?
difference is because they have a margin. All right. They say, all right,
Yeah.
this is
Oh
our
yeah.
profit margin. It doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
what changes, that profit
Mm-hmm.
margin has to stay the same.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Don't matter what you need
It's
to
a crazy
adjust,
thing.
that 20% needs to stay
Mm.
20%. If that's what it
Yep.
is. I mean, that's
Yep.
what you've got it set at. It's got to stay there. You need to figure out what you need to tweak to keep it there, but it's got to stay there.
Yeah. And they're not
Exactly.
gonna they're not gonna they're not gonna lower their quality because then
No,
they're gonna lose the business.
because
So
then the
they're
legacy name don't mean anything when you start losing quality. That that legacy name, it don't carry much weight. You know,
yeah,
I can name one. Right off the top of my head that once upon a time, big dog on the block, but you mention them now and people think bubonic
yeah.
plague,
I know
the big
exactly who you're
G.
talking about.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
big G, without
yeah,
ever having to say
Good.
it.
yeah.
See, there's one in every
And Gay could
crowd.
put the price up. Gay could put the price up. We've put the price up.
Exactly.
But
But
It's
yeah,
rather
it's crazy.
rather than
but
pull their tobacco from Nicaragua and Dominican and moving it
yeah,
over to like Ecuador or something, they're not going to do that and lose the quality of the tobacco.
No.
So they're just going to
no.
keep using the same
It's
stuff and keep the quality up, but raise the price.
Mm-hmm.
it is. And as we know, with tariffs, the company are already paying the tariff. You're just going to see a slight increase in cigars. But it's when it gets to the point of the prices are raising too much, and you see where you were buying a cigar for $19, that's now getting into the $25 marker, the $30 marker, and so forth.
Right.
It's then you've got to look at it and go, well, that cigar that I really digged and really loved, I'm now
Yeah.
not going to smoke it because of the price point. And this has
Don't
been a
love
big
me
thing
no
over
more.
here with a lot of cigars that I used to get, like Cordwell, the Eastern Standard Cypress Room Toro, one of my favourite go-tos for a daily smoke in the garden with a coffee. I don't buy that now because the price point of it is just that damn high. There's I can go and buy something else for cheaper, or I'm getting 4 cigars compared to that price of that one, depending on what I buy. It's just crazy.
I mean,
But this one,
the importation and excise
uh,
taxes in the UK is ridiculous.
don't
Yeah.
even start me on that because I had enough of talking about that a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, it batters me head when we go over that. But the next thing is, of course, for Frank. And of course, our brother Frankie, that we speak to, lives there in EO Canada. He does. There's some exciting news is coming out. So a new brand is going to be up in Canada. And of course, it's Chai Molly. So Chai Molly, with Canadian craft cigars, and now available in Canada. So,
Cool.
Chai Molly cigars are now available in Canada. As the company has entered into a distribution agreement with Canadian Craft Cigars, the first shipment is already in the country, and the launch is underway with retailers across the county. According to Chai Molly Cigars, Canadian Craft Cigars also posted a video on its Facebook page saying, "Welcome to Canada, Chai Molly." Canadian Craft Cigars distributes more than a dozen brands in the country, including Black Label Trading Company, Don Barton and Tobacco Trust, HVC, Oscar Vivaldes Tobacco and Co., and Tatawahe. So, a little bit exciting on what, of course, is going to be up there in Canada and another new cigar. But, of course, as we know, Frankie ain't going to get the fucking band because he's going to be a plain fucking band. But
Well, under a premium cigar, under a premium,
well, yeah.
the plain label, they leave the original label under the plain label. If you can actually get those two to separate, the original label is still there.
Yeah. But what do you guys think of that one? Of course, another new cigar coming up into the market. Frankie's going to be able to get his hands on it. And something different, of course. Some happy news, that to me is. That's like happy news of what we've seen. Instead of the doom and gloom of taxis, plain packaging, this is a little bit of good news. So what do you reckon on that, guys?
I mean, that'd be good for the people, north of the border.
Yeah, that something different. I mean, that's not something you hear taking place, on a monthly basis, or I mean, when's the last time you heard about a cigar company coming to Canada like that? How long's it been? I mean,
how long's Mr. String up?
Yeah, there you go.
How long's Mr. String?
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I think I mean that the band that band, I found that to be kind of intriguing. I'd like to figure, look into that more and see what the origins of that is. And I mean, Chai Molly, that's got to have something. But you don't just you don't pull a name like that. Just reach up and pull it out of a cloud. That's got what's where do they come from? What's where they what's the story? And that's what I want to hear more about all that.
Yeah.
Because like I said, things like that don't just appear, on the regular. So I would be interested in looking more into them, and seeing more about them, honestly.
Yeah. Dave, what do you reckon, bro, about that for Frank?
Yeah, I mean it's good news for Canada. But yeah, the name and the band is interesting. Is there Asian origins to it?
Yeah.
But I imagine it's going to be a good cigar with their quality that they have in their other brands. So I mean, it should be a good cigar for them to be able to get up there finally.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to say hi, of course, to Robert at Beard and Cigars. So hi to Robert, another one of our fellow bros.
Yeehaw.
But up next, we go into another company that's been on the podcast and a friend of ours. And this is, of course, one of Grumpy's favourites. And it is, of course. I'll let Grumpy tell you when he sees the box of cigars. I'm going to let Grumpy tell you.
Well, tell me, man. I just like, I believe there's a blonde
Go on,
lady
Grump.
that owns those. I believe there's a blonde lady that owns those.
Platinum Nova cigars, of course.
Leo. Miss Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah.
That's
Platinum
Grumpy's
Nova
girl right there.
Yeah,
That's my
Platinum
buddy.
Nova begins shipping the Royal Falcon. So the new line, which debuted
Right.
at the 2026 PCA Convention and Trade Show in April, is a full-bodied blend featuring a dark Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, a Dominican Corojo binder, and Nicaraguan filler. The blend is focused on power and aroma, with rich notes of herbs, dark spice, roasted espresso, delivering a bold yet balanced profile, said Leo, CEO, of course, of Platinum Nova when the line was announced. The cigars are made at the company's cigar factory in the Dominican Republic and are offered in two sizes, a Robusto and a Toro. Leo said that this is the first time that Platinum Nova has launched a line with multiple sizes, as it has kept its other lines limited to a single Vitola. So, of course, we're going to see the Robusto, which is going to be a 5B54. It's going to be in a 10-count box. For a single NSRP, it's going to be $22. For a box of 10 NSRP, $220. If you want the Platinum Nova Royal Falcon, which is going to be pretty much Toro size, but it doesn't say Toro next to it, it's a 6B54, 10-count box. You're going to see between the Robusto and the normal Falcon a $2 change. So an NSRP for just the Platinum Nova Royal Falcon is going to be $24 NSRP. And you're going to see a $20 increase by box. Of course, the Robusto is going to be $220. The normal is going to be $240 NSRP. And it is going to be a regular production. And it was released in July. So, of course, it was released last month. And this is out. I like the cigar, something, the band sticks out. I like this. It's got the feathers on the band. And as we know with Leo, really nice woman, down to earth. Her cigars are going to be looking as they're going to be getting into the European market. So fingers crossed it does for Leo, because I've got all the faith in the world with Leo cigars. I know it's a crazy time with this bullshit that's going on with the banding and stuff. But yeah, what do you guys reckon? Of course, Platinum Nova, the Royal Falcon.
Hey,
I've definitely wanted to get some of those Nova cigars. I haven't pulled the trigger on them yet, but I mean, they look great.
I never got a bad one. Just saying. I hadn't had that, but certainly am looking to try that.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about,
Electra.
I'm not worried about.
They're definitely one of the. They're definitely one of the ones that when we open up the lounge, like I've told you guys, we're going to have a boutique showcase. Definitely one of the ones that we want to have on the boutique showcase.
I tell you one thing, that cigar would sit out because if it's having the Falcon on it, and I'm just trying to find a better band, which I've got to be careful, of course, of what I'm posting that I can. But the band has got, of course, a blue Falcon. So it's the turquoise Falcon, of course, as we know with Platinum Nova. It is that nice colour. It's got Platinum Nova in the breast. And then at the bottom, of course, it says the Royal Falcon, Robusto or Toro. And it's a gorgeous looking band and a gorgeous looking cigar. And I don't think the price is that bad, to be honest. 22 NSRP and 24 NSRP. Okay, it's a 10-count box. Is it a little bit pricey in a 10-count box at 240 for a Toro? Not really. So it'd be definitely one in my wheelhouse that I'd buy as a one-off to try and smoke it. And if I like it, then, of course, I know it's in a regular production. But yeah, that is, of course, Platinum Nova. And we've got a little bit more, of course, cigar news for everybody. And there's been a lot out. A lot of new releases, a lot of press release that some I look at and go, I would never buy. But go on, sorry. Well, I got this
I'm just wondering why Heck would think there's something wrong with me. Other than sitting here in the middle of the storm, sitting here in the middle of the storm with no power, lightning flying around, and thunder cracking. There ain't nothing wrong here. We just pondering on the porch, brother. We just dodging the bolts.
I tell you one thing. This rain's not settled the heat here. It's absolutely bouncing. The only thing I haven't got is thunder and lightning tonight. That's one great thing. But up next, of course, we've got Diesel cigars. So for any fan of Diesel, we've got the Diesel Uncaged. So, of course, made at AJ Fernandez. It's going to be arriving in stores. So the new Diesel Uncaged is described as a medium, full-bodied blend. It uses a Nicaraguan Habano Carrillo wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan fills. Like the rest of the Diesel portfolio, it is made by AJ Fernandez in Nicaragua. Uncaged is offered in 3 Vitolas, with pricing ranging from $6.29 NSRP to $7.39 NSRP. Diesel Uncaged is all of the best of Diesel in one cigar. Unapologetic, unexpected, and simply bold by design, said Joe Criston, which we've had on the podcast, of course, brand manager for Diesel. And we have spoken to Joe, of course, about Diesel. In a press release, he said, "It's aggressive enough to shake things up and bounce enough to be an everyday smoke." And of course, that's pretty much about it. But what you're going to see, of course, Robusto, $6.29, of course, an SRP, 20-count box, $125.80 an SRP. Toro, $6.89 an SRP. Box of 20 is $137.80 an SRP. For the Gigante, which is a 660, it's going to be $7.39 an SRP. And for a box of 20, it's going to be $147.80 an SRP. And this is a regular production, and it was released on August 1st, 2026. So I know straight away Matthew's going to be over that like a car bonnet, because he does like his Diesel, and anything that, of course, is made there at AJ Fernandez. And of course, we've had Phil say love Diesel, so Phil even says he loves Diesel. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So what do you guys think?
Well, I haven't ever had a bad Diesel. I've tried. I went through a bunch of their line, and I've never had a bad one. Uh,
Hmm.
my biggest issue that I ever had, and it wasn't actually anything to do with the cigar or construction of the cigar or anything like that. It was uh, I got that unholy sampler thing that they had there for a while, and it was
Yeah.
like a 20 cigar sampler of you know all their different lines. Well, they had the nice different colored foot bands on them, distinguishing the different cigars, but none of them said what cigar they were. And they didn't send you a color code chart. They didn't send you the names wasn't on the bands. So, do I have a Sumatra? Do I have a Lajero? Do I have a Maduro? What do I have? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean that was my biggest gripe was knowing what I was smoking. But I've not had
Yeah.
any bad diesel cigars. It's just that I didn't care for the way they labeled and marked their
Essentially,
samplers like that.
yeah.
But I mean, that's
Yeah. To be honest, Grump, you're right there. And I had, of course, the Diesel Delirium that I enjoyed, and I had the Diesel
yeah,
Rage, which I enjoyed. We just don't see enough of the Diesel line over here in the UK, and I know, of course, with yourself, with Matthew, of
yeah,
course, with the rest of the brothers and sisters that have smoked Diesel, you really dig them in the States. So to see a new one, and with
yeah,
what's being said in that press
yeah.
release, that's great. So, what do you reckon, Dave? Another new Diesel?
And
You gonna pick it up, brother, and smoke it, or you gonna probably gate
I,
in and have it in the old cigar lounge?
I'll definitely pick one up and try it. And I mean, if it continues with the consistency of the diesel line, the price point
yeah,
is definitely right there for a daily. And
that's
you
that.
know,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if it is consistent and right along lines with the rest of the diesel line, it'd be a great daily
Right,
smoke.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
that's
Of course.
the price thing is because it's right there in the wheelhouse price range with another one of my favorites. You know that you've become quite familiar with here in the last couple of weeks.
Got 'em
But
right,
but
right
yeah,
back
for
down
that
there.
for that same price range though, I do want to try it out and compare it, you know, and see, especially with it being the diesel line, who makes it, you know. I definitely want to try it and compare it,
Yeah,
especially since they're in the same price range. I definitely want to compare the two.
It's definitely one that I'd like to see, of course, come over here, but as we know with everything that's going on at the moment, yeah, it's crazy. But can't wait to can't wait to see people smoke it and see what they think of it, of course. And
Yeah.
the next in up is two new cigars by the same company, and of course, it's Al Mago, Mago, Al Mago. So of course they're releasing two new
Hmm.
cigars. They're going to be releasing the Offender and the Defender. So a
Okay.
pair of new blends are coming from
That's
Almago
kind of
Cigars.
all
Yeah.
right.
And was created to complement each other. The cigars are the Offender. I'm an offender and I'm a defender, both of
Ain't no
which have
offend you,
been
I'll
released
defend you.
as which have been released as 6.5 by 52 Toros, and they're rolled at the MGE Cigar Factory in Nicaragua. Blend wise, the Offender is made with an Ecuadorian Sumatra seed wrapper, while the Defender incorporates a Cameroonian wrapper. Both cigars feature a Nicaraguan Carrillo binder and Nicaraguan fillers. Each cigar has an MSRP of $16, and 20-count boxes are priced at $320. But here's the catch. A total of 250 boxes of each blend are being released. The concept is simple. Sword and shield. The offender, dressed in gold, carries the blade. A bolder, more aggressive profile built around a Sumatra wrapper, reads a press release. The Defender, in royal purple, carries the shield, a smooth, rounded counterpart, wrapped in Cameroon. Each was blended to complete the other, and they are offered only together, never separate. So that is what's happening. But it is a limited edition. And like we say, there's only going to be 250 boxes of it made. A limited edition. So yeah, what do you reckon of that one?
I know where Grumpy would go on that. I mean, Grumpy and I are going to be opposites on that, because I'm going to be on the offense and take it, because I love that Sumatra, and Grumpy, he's a Cameroon guy, so
Yeah, I know it. I think they need to send us a box of each, and let us let us decide whether we want to be offended or defended.
That's right.
You're a cheeky old git. Yeah, Grump. You're a cheeky old git. Send us a box of each, please.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, something that
get worse, I get.
Hey, brother, there's a lot of cheeky people out there that ask for free cigars, and that's the first time you've ever asked. It is first time.
Send me a cigar, mister.
Yeah, come on, send me a cigar. I've been watching the Cigar Loons, so can you send me a free cigar, please?
I've been trying to figure out how to. I've been trying to figure out how to register my mailbox as a legitimate LLC, incinerator down here in Florida. That way I can, people that got cigars they don't like, trash, all that, they want to send it to the incinerator, they can just, send it to my mailbox.
Are you talking about me?
No, no, man, you already got the address. You already know where to send your garbage. You already know where to send your trash.
Now you know, everyone, why I put the question mark tonight to the show, because we didn't know where this was going, because this is unscripted. We never knew where this was going tonight.
Oh, we don't hijack it now. We won't never.
Well,
so Grumpy, shall we talk to Rosa de Cuba?
Yeah.
The Rosa de Cuba. Oh yes.
Oh,
I've sat there with you, pair, with that cigar. I've sat with you, pair, with that cigar, and dang. Yeah.
I mean, it's as close to nothing that you can get.
It's great. It's crazy, isn't it, when you think there's people that bring cigars out. Is it a case of the rush to get their first cigar out? Is it a case there's when they are a company that's been out 20, 30 plus years, does they take the ball and they're not looking at it, and they take the eyes off the ball, and then that's where an inconsistent blend comes out, and they just go, well, it's going to sell because people know our company. Well, yeah, okay, but when people smoke it and they go, it ain't great. Yeah, it's a weird one. And we've seen this with a lot of companies where they've taken their eyes off the ball with a cigar, and they've brought it out, and it's been an inconsistent blend. We've seen it's not sold enough units to what the company think it's going to sell. And it's a shame, because as we know, it's a lot of bloody money that goes in to make this cigar, with it being, of course, handmade.
Did we go quiet for some reason special?
I was seeing if you were coming with anything, Grump, or if Dave was coming with anything. There goes the tumbleweed.
I'm just rolling along here. Yeah.
That was weird.
I mean, you can look at that as the one we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Is they have been a great cigar, always a great cigar. The flavor's still good, but their quality control and construction has gone to absolute crap. And there's a couple of brands out there, one of an extremely high end, just call him your daddy or whatever, but in the blue band, it is crap.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of where they take their eye off the ball, and they're like, yeah, you're going to take it no matter what because we made it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I might take a minute and grab something. I don't know.
We don't of course mention the companies, but we've seen inconsistencies with the cigar we've just mentioned. Of course, we haven't had Gurkha. I think we had Gurkha on way back, but yeah, Gurkha cigars aren't the same consistency as they used to be. But
they still got the great flavor.
Yeah, but they're just not they're just not what they once were. And this is the thing. And of course, we have had a YouTube. And what up, Dave? So what's up, Dave?
Yeah.
What's up, Jake?
I'm
what's
not
going on,
sure,
Mr. Jake?
That the one that we were talking about that's very little of anything as far as a cigar to smoke. I mean, take your eye off the ball or something. Yeah, maybe okay, but I mean, my God, that there's no way you take your eye that far off the ball. I mean, that's like rolling air up in a cigar wrapper and saying, "Here you go." I mean, that's about as easy as it gets. And it's like, how do you come from a line of having a line of cigars like you've got to have one that is just like absolutely nothing there? How you do that? I mean, that's taking your eye way too far off of a ball, if you ask me. But that's just my that's just my opinion.
No, you're right.
But
I can't for the life of me see where Gurkha went downhill from what they originally had to what they've got now.
Yeah.
The consistency of problems to what they used to be. Because if you think of high-end cigar companies, Gurkha was well above Arturo Fuente and Padron. Gurkha was up there. Then it just dropped. And of course, as we know, the racist remarks that were made in COVID didn't help the company.
That didn't help, no.
That didn't help. And then, of course, we saw the year the Dragon, of course, with the different companies like AJ, of course, Oscar Vivaldez, EP Carrillo and stuff made them. And we saw that reemergence, and then we thought, right, okay, we're going to get back to where it is. Then they bring out the Mike Tyson. That was like a plane crash ready to happen. That just went, not a great cigar.
Yeah.
And that's not my words. That's not my words. That's from people that I know who smoked it. And it's a shame.
Yeah, I've talked.
Because,
I've talked to people that smoked it. Same opinion.
But yeah, it was like the plane going down and bang. And yeah, it's a shame there's that went that way. But you definitely got to have taken your eyes off the ball for your cigar line to crash the way it's crashing and burning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't. I'd have to be there. I'd have to be there once a week, either in the fields, looking at the tobacco, going and seeing the bunches, going and seeing the fermentation, watching them on the shop floor, watching the boxes, watching them banding, watching them put in the sallow. I would have to be there watching it. And I'd have to be out there for 2 months to watch and go through it every single day. If I'm an owner of that cigar factory and I'm bringing out cigars, I want to be there so we can iron out the problem.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, and you're sunsetting around Vegas or you're in Dubai or wherever, and you're going once every 2 months, once every 3 months, and then you're just having a Zoom call, you don't know what the hell going on there from day to day in that factory. If you're there for 2 months, you are seeing the problems. You know, if you're having inconsistent cigars being rolled by, say, Pam. Right, Pam, we need to take you back, reschool you. We need to change and see what's going on. Or speak to Pam. Have you got this problem going on, Pam? Is this problem going on, Pam?
Well, thank you.
In doing that. Because then, at least if you speak to Pam, you can iron them problems out. Now, you could go down to Pedro or Gomez or whoever. They could have a problem with bunching. So what's your problem? Well, senor, I've done my handing. Okay, well, what we'll do, we'll take you off that and we'll put you on this. And you can change it around because you're there to do it. When you're not, it's then up to your people that you've put in charge. And if they are not switched on that day, that's where your inconsistencies come. And then you start seeing it. That becomes a regular thing in your scene. There's your boxes. You're having 4 to 5 cigars that aren't smoking properly. There's construction issues. There's a lot of burn issues. There's this issue, that issue. And to me, I need out the first place, you wouldn't have these. And of course, Jake has put, which cigars are you all talking about? We're just talking about everything tonight, Jake. We are just having a chat about everything, bro. We are tonight.
We're throwing them all under the bus.
Yeah, it's not really a specific, just the quality and control in general.
Yeah. Overall.
Yeah, it's a great thing. I think a lot of people need to go back. They need to sit in the factory, watch what's going on, keep their eyes on what's going on in the company, because if they don't, they're going to see issues. And even just passing that down to some of the new companies that are coming out making cigars, these can be the pitfalls. And this is the thing, you would think there's these companies would take a new boutique cigar company underneath their wings and give them the rundown. Give them the A to Z on the problems, what you could face. But they don't. And the thing is, they'll make a cigar for them. And this is what I've seen with some companies. They'll have a cigar made, and it can be one of the fantastic cigar makers out there that makes the cigar. Yeah, we give you the best A-grade tobacco going. It's going to be a solid cigar. They have the cigar, people smoke it and go, what in the fuck diggery is this cigar? Why does it taste like fucking ass? What the fuck? So then they go back to the company and go, this is grade ass, grade A ass. Well, no, it can't be grade A ass because it's got. Well, it didn't. It tasted like this. Oh shit! What they then realise is they weren't sold the grade tobacco. They were sold the D tobacco. Maybe in that B market they may go if they got the money. And you've got to be careful because you could have a fantastic company making your cigars, but you've got to know what's in your cigar. You've got to be there and watch it. You need to make sure that your blend is a proper blend that you wanted. So if you want it to be Brazilian Matafina, that wrapper needs to be Brazilian Matafina. If you want an Indonesian binder, it's got to be Indonesian. If you want all Nicaraguan tobacco from Esteli, Jalapa, Ometepe, Condiga, it's got that in that blend. And you are trying it, you are there, you are watching it. Not just a case of, yeah, I've gone there once, they're making me this cigar, and this is the way I'm going.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It is hard for a lot of people. It's hard to get into this. I know it's hard. And this is the thing. And
I 100% know it's hard. It's very difficult. It's
I wasn't trying to mention you, Dave.
Oh no. I know.
I wasn't, brother. But yeah.
But can I just change the subject? I just want to say something real quick while Jake's on. I just want to say happy birthday, Jake. His birthday, I think, is this weekend.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I know he's going to be out and about, so I don't know if he's going to be joining us Saturday.
Yeah, many happy returns.
But
of course,
I got something special for
him. Thank you.
Has he got diamonds and does it sing?
No, but it is purple though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I know what it is. I know what it is.
But yeah, of course, we are live. We are live on Saturday. Of course, at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be doing a Versus night.
Oh damn!
So two cigars back to back from two different companies that are going to be a Verse. Grump, I'm just going to.
It's all right.
Just gonna mute him, man. There we go. So of course it's gonna be a Versus night, and we're gonna be doing. Oh, Dave's disappeared.
Nope, I'm right here.
Back. Grumpy's back. Did you have the wrong burger, Grump, by any chance?
Well, I didn't order it. I just, I didn't know if I did or not, but I started eating on it.
Cigars. So of course, we're going to be doing Blackbird Cigars, the Crow Robusto, and then we're going to be doing, of course, Drew Estate Cigars, the Undercrown Maduro, and it's the Versus night. So them are the two cigars that we're going to be smoking, and it's going to be interesting. Same wrapper, different binder, different filler, different taste portfolio. There's going to be 10 of us, of course. Dave, Grump, me, and some other unusual suspects that haven't been on, of course. It's going to be a great night again. So come and check it out. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on rumble.com, of course. And that's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. And yeah, it's going to be great. And of course, Jake has put, thank you very much, everyone. Dave has made a smoke out of me. Also, I'll get up with you soon about. Okay, yeah, I'm not mentioning that other word. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
his girlfriend got him a really nice birthday present.
Oh,
cool. But yeah, and that's going to be on Saturday, and then Next week, we've got a guest from the cigar industry. Yeah. Gonna have to come check that one out. And then next month we've got another person from the cigar industry. Ooh. We got some guests coming up from in the cigar industry.
Wow.
So, yeah. Who'd ever thought that?
Brave souls.
Yeah.
Come on here with us. How brave.
Come on with us, and then you're going to get abducted by aliens. So thank you for coming.
I don't know about
Helicopters. The black helicopters are going to be buzzing your house.
Yeah. And then you're gonna have the giants coming out the airplanes, ripping your roofs off. I see you.
Oh, we see the lightning popping behind you there, Grumpy.
Yeah. I think I got another one coming. So.
Well, at least you've managed to sit here, Grump, and do the podcast tonight, even with, of course, the crazy stormy weather that you're having. And Dave, thank you, of course, for stepping in the hot seat tonight and joining us. Of course, it's been absolute fun, my brother, to see you and sit with you again tonight. And thank you. But yeah, you know something, guys? Please, again, go and have your say against the plain packaging. It's savecigars.co.uk. Go and fill the online survey in. There is going to be questions about cigarettes, vapes. Bypass them. Go into the cigar categories. Fill that out. Have your say. And let's stop this. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you put a plain band or a plain box in a tobacconist's, why is a child or someone under the legal age going into a tobacconist? They shouldn't be. So somewhere they shouldn't be seeing that. Let's get out of it and stop putting cigars in the same fucking category as vapes and cigarettes. We now need to do it where we say enough is enough. Let's segregate away from these other products and let cigars be cigars. Look at the fucking research that's out. The way the states are fighting it. Let England start fighting it and turn around to the government. And what did I say before, my brothers? What should we be doing to the UK market? Giving them the good old birdie. Yeah. And telling them, no, we're not taking it.
What they don't understand is the bands and the boxes, they are artwork. You know, as much as people go to the museum to see a Picasso, we as cigar enthusiasts enjoy those bands much as we collect those bands. We put those bands on boards on our walls. We have buckets getting filled with them. You know, it is our artwork.
Everything.
Yeah.
But
it needs to remain that way.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder if you're going to get rid of it on cigars and everything. You're going to go down the beer route next. You're going to go down the soda pop next. Come on. These are the killers. That's a killer. That's going to kill you with full of sugar. So we're going to start getting down them demographics. Are we going to get down the demographics? There's, okay, the UK government want to change the law from 18 to drink alcohol down to 16 and encourage binge drinking, alcoholism. But they want to tell people that are over the age of 18, no, you can't smoke. There's going to be a generational tobacco ban. We're going to put the age up. So if you're 18 now, it's going to be 19 next year. Or if you're just 17 and you become 18 on the 1st of January, guess what? You're not going to be able to smoke now because you're not going to catch up. Because next year, in 2028, it's now going to be 20. You're never going to catch up. When you turn 18 in the UK, you can smoke, you can drink, you can gamble, you can watch pornography, you can drive. You are classed as you can go and live on your own at 18. I was living on my own at 16, of course, because I moved out. I had enough. But I was drinking at the age of 13 in pubs. Did I become an alcoholic? Yeah, I became an alcoholic in 2008 through binge drinking. So can you imagine a 16-year-old now going out, drinking? That's going to cause more damage than a group of guys or a group of girls sitting and smoking a cigar, and you are telling us now, no, you can't. No, you can't see that band. You've got to go and do this. Well, okay. Then.
If you're old enough to fight for your country and defend your country, do what you want. It's your freedom. It's your right.
Exactly. It is.
Bingo.
Exactly. And that's the thing. I don't know what's going on, and we're living in crazy, crazy times. And if this gets passed, it's going to cripple. And I mean, it's going to cripple England. It's going to cripple everywhere. So yet again, like we said, go to savecigars.co.uk, please. Fill it in. Have your say. Let's get this voted on. And tell the government to go and shaft themselves. Because I tell you now, them little fat bastards down in Parliament, they're still going to have all the nice bands on the cigars that they didn't pay no taxes on, like I pay tax. Old fucking Big Ears, old fucking Charlie boy is still going to be sitting in his fucking palace with his pedo fucking brother smoking on his cigars. Yeah, come on, seriously. We don't see nothing of that going on anymore in them talking about what Andrew's been up to, what the government's been up to. No, what they want to do is infringements on cigars. Then they want to let 16-year-olds go and drink. Seriously. Crazy, 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 crazy times that are going on in this world. And like you said before, Grump, it's just going to get crazier before it starts settling.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
It's just getting started good.
Yeah.
Well, they've been trying for years in the U.S. to lump cigars in with cigarettes. And the tobacco industry has been fighting it for years. And I mean, fortunately, they've been winning due to, long leaf, the difference between a chopped crappy cigar with all the impurities into it and a natural long leaf filler cigar. And so far, they've been able to fight it. But for how long?
Yeah. But
yeah, Jake,
that's pretty
that's
much
what
Jake.
they want to do, Jake. It says that's what they want to do. But like I say, come and check us out Saturday. Of course, we're going to be in that. We got a great night coming up on Saturday with 10 of us, of course, doing the Blackbeard, Crow, Robusto, and the Undercrown. Of course, Maduro, Robusto. 10 of us versus night. Let's see how it goes and enjoy that. But from me, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Stay smoky and have a great rest of the week. Dave?
I am happy to be here again. Thank you for inviting me to come in and fill in for Matthew. It's been an honor. And we're maybe across the pond, everybody, but everybody go out, fill out the survey, because if it's happening there, it will happen here. Save the smoke.
Yep. And of course, Grump, finish it off, bro. Come on, preach to the choir, bro.
I love you. Our Father loves you too. All right. If he ain't driving the bus, so you better let him. Like I said, it's already getting rough. You see the things coming. You hear people talking about them. And you just keep ignoring them till they run over you. Then you notice them. It's a little late then. So if he ain't driving, get out of the seat and let him have it. Because you ain't ready for what is coming. I'll catch y'all later. Love you, bye.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, the spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day, with tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen. The Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.